Hello, this is Wojciech Pietrzak and I'm playing against my good mate Ziemowit within the Polish League, a brand new type of the tournament. Huh. I think this time I can't complain about my initial hand. So let's start more or less traditionally. Take care. 21, 25 points. Exclusively playable, because even Marshall Plan is more or less playable. Okay, does it look like defectors or not? Because one thing I could play is socialist governments, followed by duck and cover into Italy. The other thing, of course, it's Red Scare Purge. The problem is I can't keep Red Scare Purge. I have 5-year plan, so I'm playing the entire hand, I guess. And that's my main concern. 3 or 4 points are going to be wasted because Truman Doctrine is out of discussion, so I have to accept it, that if he defects me, he defects something valuable. Let's go for it in this case. Containment, okay. So now, depending on his response, maybe I'm going even to play Red Scare Purge. Yeah, this is the drawback of this system. So he didn't really like what I did here. I may fight for France. I'm wondering about Red Scare Purge. It does nullifies containment. It costs me 1 action round. Now would be a good time to take France even with Marshall, but I'd like to play NATO before Marshall, of course. I think I will be playing Red Scare for Ops, just like this. 5-year plan with Truman Doctrine the last play. NATO has the priority. De Gaulle when it's needed. Red Scare when it's needed. Marshall after NATO. And just to remind that I have to be aggressive to some point, not to waste this hand. Mm-hmm. Just to get rid of NATO from my hand. I don't think this is the moment where you could hear, wow, Mr. Big Spender on his video. But once I play another 4-ops card, you would. Mark my words. Of course, provided he's recording a game against such a noob as I. Mm-hmm. That's the goal time. Maybe it was premature. I mean, I could equally good play it for ops. But eventually I have to play 5-year plan and Truman Doctrine. So I'd like to lessen the impact of. Oh, and finally he took France fully. So Red Scare time. My last action round should be a coup, of course. Preferably one he cannot counter. Mr. Big Spender. Okay, so that's for sure. That's just in case. And that's just in case because I won't be able to secure North Korea and coup at the same time. I think he is going to use influence placement because he is going to repair Europe. Of course, Marshall itself repairs Europe strongly, but he's still gonna be one country behind, so I think I should expect something like entering Canada and something else, and then my 5-year plan coup, discarding and getting rid of Cheap Truman, and coup target is really unclear. Pakistan has no counter. So maybe it's worth, because after Pakistan, what does he do? He shouldn't enter Thailand, because then we start the next turn with Defcon at 4 and I can coup Thailand. He has nothing meaningful to coup. There are two main risks. First one is that I fail with cooing Pakistan, and the second one is that I succeed and he turns the tables with Indo-Pakistani war. The first risk was met, and actually ending up with a 1 isn't that bad, because now even a successful Indo-Pakistani war isn't so helpful. And if he wants to take care of his Milops, well, oh, that was what he was waiting with. But now he failed with coup, he got his Milops, but that's all. So Middle East Europe scoring, so maybe he has stuff like other scorings. Now this is unclear how to handle this hand, but I dominate Asia. I'm thinking about Suez Crisis, immediately followed by Europe scoring. Defcon is at 4, so let's give him this initiative. Romanian abdication. Okay. So let's play Europe scoring. Yeah. And now it's your turn to deal with this stuff. Of course, there is a problem with my ops. Yeah, that was more or less predictable. Asia is now a concern. In this case, I think that's the right call. Because I am securing Asian presence even if he successfully coups Thailand now. I can counter in Iran. Probably with special relationship. Of course, I could have taken from UK. I mean, I won Arab-Israeli war, but I couldn't have known it. And that's okay. I won't complain about it. I won Arab-Israeli war. That's important. Maybe I'm going even to play the China card, take South Korea, take Thailand, Pakistan, and Afghanistan. Of course, that's doubtful that he allows me just do stuff like this in Thailand. But his headline, this Romanian abdication headline, strongly suggests that he may be out of good playable cards. He started from Arab-Israeli war, independent threats for a coup, yeah. Independent, Laos, Cambodia. That wasn't the best coup he could imagine. Now, what about my hold card? Defectors are tempting. Well, that's possible because my games were quite unlucky recently. Okay, giving back France, but France really isn't going to be mine. I mean, Suez is gone, the goal is gone, and yes, eventing the goal might have been a blunder. And Europe is dominated by me anyway, so far. Opponent event. So, of course, I'm adding. Now the question arises about Indo-Pak and Asia. I'll give it a shot. Okay, that was unlucky. So 2 more action rounds. That was a little provocative. So that he may coup Angola now. But then I follow it up with Nasser and probably... Yep. Score Middle East for even. And well, then we're going to take care of Asia. And US-Japan Pact is not the worst hold card I could have. That's reasonable. Asia may be tough to fight. Oh yeah, there are things like space race. I got Europe, I got Indo-Paki, I got Red Scare Purge again, I got Blockade. Let's go with this one. Hoping. I don't have many better headlines. Of course, I could give a shot to Captured Nazi Scientist. Okay, headline Asia scoring right now. In this case, I will give it a chance. Here. That was slightly lucky, let's say. Hehe, slightly. And he doesn't know about my Europe scoring, and he doesn't know about my second decall. He knows I have Blockade, he knows I have Captured Nazi, and he knows I have US-Japan Pact, and he knows I have Indo-Paki. This should be played quite soon, I guess. This time fully into Africa. Asia isn't coming soon. And I think I'm gonna score Europe before actually triggering Blockade. Of course, emptying West Germany is always nice. But all in all, it's not worth waiting so long. He needs 4 ops to actually secure Europe fully. So let's grab these points. Indo-Paki, is it worth trying? Middle East scoring came back. Okay, so where do we play now? I think I'll hold Indo-Paki because it looks like a good headline. So Captured Nazi is a shot now. US-Japan can be spaced or can be used. Spacing. If I use it, he starts dominating Asia. I guess I can live with it. Take Libya just for OPEC reasons. Should be 12 in my favor due to Milops. This is not the victorious game, of course. Yet. It looks good, but it also looks terribly lucky for me. I mean, if I lose it from this point, well, this is mainly because Ziemowit is my rival, one of the strongest players in the world. Not the worst shot he could have given. Okay, then. Junta. I really wish I heard him now. Unless, of course, I'm defected. That being said, the rest of my hand isn't very promising. But bird trap with Junta, wow. This means I, the great Defcon, and quite freely get rid of colonial rearguards. Colonial rearguards didn't really work. I rolled 1 for a coup and 6 for a bird trap instead of the reverse. So let's get rid of another one. He's gonna be strongly cooing. Venezuela. Yep. Emptied. That's a pity, I guess. I'm thinking about Cuban Missile Crisis on him now. He'd have to waste a move putting into West Germany. Then I could play things like shuttle diplomacy, which is now quite meaningless. Or should I? Because the other things I could do is to just use the Cuban Missile Crisis. I mean, if I play the Cuban Missile Crisis, he's down by 2 ops and 1 action round where he can't coup. I'm down with 3 ops and 1 action round when I'm doing nothing else. Yeah, let's do it this way. I need Milops anyway, and Indo-Pakistani war is not the way I would like to do it, although now can be worth. Colombia, I guess. Exactly emptying. Could be maybe useful to salt distal. Yeah, why the hell not? On Missile Envy, I'm giving a Cuban Missile Crisis. Not the biggest crisis because I'm degrading DEFCON and South America scoring. Okay. So I think it's time to use the China card. Somebody tries to tell me something. Because no CIA, grain sales is a threat, but I need MILOPS anyway. Cultural revolution is somewhere there looming. Red Scare Purge is buried. Mm-hmm. Let's give this a shot because it's always a useful country and it's useful to get rid of this crap. Korean War. And even this was victorious. Okay, this is completely unfair towards my opponent. This must be admitted. This game is insanely unfair. One. Ah, this is my last action round. Okay. One, two, and three. Central America scoring, who could say? 18 points ahead. Select a card to headline. Indo-Pakistani war looks nice. Puppets. Thank you for watching. See you next time. This was one of the most unfair games I've seen to date. Maybe I deserved it after my bad luck in Champions League, maybe not. Well, I'm glad not to have wasted such a tremendous luck against Ziemowit, because it's not common that you can actually beat Ziemowit. Thank you. See you next time.